welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for the water signs for the upcoming lunar eclipse on May the 26th, 2021. So for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions. Lunar eclipses are a time of great transformation, very deep transformation. The month of May has revealed itself to be very transformative for all the signs. If you've been watching the readings, it's been very interesting to see all of the developments in relationships, career, spiritual growth, self-discovery, so many things. See the Devil card on the bottom, lots of ego stuff coming up to the surface. So let's see, what are the transformative energies coming in for water signs? Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May the 26th lunar eclipse. Ooh, the Two of Cups flipped over. I'm going to take it. That feels very connected to the water signs right now. It's water energy. 2 is Cancer, so this reading could resonate for Cancer signs more than the others. Who knows? We'll find out. We got 3 of Swords on the bottom. You know, this suggests that right now, relationship, like I said, everyone's relationship, job, self-discovery, everything, all the major themes are blowing up for everybody. So this reading appears to be about you and your partner. So the Two of Cups is a time where it's a new relationship, could be a reconciliation even, something new in the realm of a young union, something new, new business, new union, reconciliation, babies. Could be anything new in the realm of a union. Now, what is creating a challenge for this union? Why are we hearing about this union in this reading? What's going on? What's going on for this union for the water signs? Oh boy, lots. Nope, that's too many. Sorry, one sec. Sometimes the cards just want to give a whole storyline. It doesn't feel controlled. There we go. Queen of Cups in reverse. So your ability to express your feelings. You're a bit of a paradox right now. Something in your intuition is saying something to you about this relationship and it's challenging. You're feeling something when it comes to this union. Yeah, we'll find out more as we go, but as it stands right now, it appears that your intuitive side, your feelings, your openness, your ability to be present without needing to hide is challenging your relationship. Okay, so what is top of mind for the water signs as a result? This is another water sign card. Bear that in mind. It's again Cancer. We got 2 Cancer cards here. And then the World. So what's top of mind for you right now, water sign, maybe just Cancers for the 2 cards on the table, is this cycle that's closing out in your life. So there's a cycle in your life that's closing out. And it seems like your relationship is hanging in the balance as you go through this switch. As you go through this change in your life, as you complete this cycle that you're thinking about, you know that it's going to have an impact on your relationship, but you're almost like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want my intuition to be right. I don't want to know. I don't want this to be the 10 of Cups in reverse. You don't want this to be over. You don't. You don't want this card to mean that the relationship has to go. But we'll keep going. But it kind of looks that way to me when I see these 4 cards together in their positions. It appears to me that the union you're in is not as it appears, and it's going to close out, and you know it, but you don't want to know it. Oh, I'm sorry to be the bearer of this news, water sign. Could be a Cancer. 10 of Cups says Pisces. So it's very interesting here. What are the past influences that are causing this shift here. Eight of Pentacles. So at some point, my friends, you saw the truth about your efforts in this relationship. You saw the truth about it. It's an 8. So you saw the truth about your efforts and maybe your suitability for this relationship. It might not be a situation of sacrifice. We'll find out. But it could be just suitability. You realize the truth that, you know what, I don't really jive with this person. An 8 of Pentacles would suggest that you're dealing with a Virgo. So we could be having a conflict here between a Pisces and a Virgo, or a Cancer and a Virgo. And the relationship, this union, could be with a Virgo. It could be a Cancer and a Virgo together, or a Pisces and a Virgo together that have to shift. They're not going to be part of the next cycle together. And see my throat, that means that you're not communicating this because you don't want to. You don't want to face this. Yeah. It could be a very, 10 of Cups implies a very significant relationship, right? Now, in the immediate future, we see the 9 of Wands in reverse. A 9 of Wands on its own suggests a time where you're drained. So in the future, it suggests that you're going to take that drained feeling and you're not going to let it challenge you anymore. You're not going to let your feelings that your tank is empty, you're not going to let that prevent you from moving forward into something new. So Lovers on the bottom. I think you're heading into a union with a Gemini. You could be heading into a union with a Gemini, but you're resisting going into the unfamiliar, but not really. It's almost like you're running into the unfamiliar. Typically the 8 of Cups would be resisting, but it's in reverse. So you could be running into the arms of a Gemini because you feel like they won't hurt you. You feel safe with this Gemini. You feel that this Gemini could help you connect your vision to the external world and flip everything upside down so that you can sustain your own vision. Yes. Wow. It's a very beautiful future spread that just fell out here for you. And it all starts with you sort of realizing that, you know, even if your tank is needing to be filled up, you're like, okay, I'll fill it up. I'm good. Whatever will push me forward. I don't want to be in this energy anymore. It's like you want something unfamiliar. You want a union that's true. Okay, so in the present, we see the 10 of Cups in reverse, and then in the future influences, we see the Lovers. And so it's like in the future, you're very clear that you're going to fill up your tank with stuff that's good. You're not going to just fill up your tank to fill it up, right? You learned that lesson. You learned in the past that, you know, your efforts need to be in line with what you get back, right? And now you're like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm going to fill my tank up with things that are in balance and bring on the unfamiliar. You know, you're like, bring on the unfamiliar because the familiar was no good. And the familiar brought heartbreak. And you're like, no, I'm not going to have regrets. You know, the 3 of Swords this way can sometimes imply that you have regret from something that really took you down, sad. You're feeling sad or remorse from a betrayal or regret from a betrayal. But in reverse, it suggests that you're no longer feeling like a victim. You don't feel like a victim anymore. You feel like the King of Rods. You feel like you could connect your vision to the external world and generate change in the future. And you can evolve and evolve and evolve as much as you need. And that you can sustain your own future. Now, the King and Queen of Rods coming together in a very well shuffled deck that also includes the Lovers. That really makes me think it's a new relationship. I was going to say Pisces, new relationship for you, water sign. I think you're heading into a future that frees you from this. You're going to walk away from this dysfunctional commitment. You're going to walk away from it. You know it has to end. It came out right at the beginning. You're going to walk away from it because it has shown you that your efforts are in vain as long as you continue in this line. And you're like, no way, I'm going to fill up my tank with something in balance I want to be the king and queen of rods, either possessing these energies on your own or through a union. The lovers would suggest a union, and that you want the unfamiliar because you're not going forward, feeling like a victim anymore. And that is lovely. And then you see the moon card in reverse, which suggests that the unfamiliar is not going to challenge you. You're going to go for it. You're not going to feel like anything is hidden from you anymore. This is transformation. This is the lunar eclipse. This is your full moon coming in to transform everything. Boom. That's beautiful for you. I like that. Good for you. This is nice, water sign. But you know what? I know you went through it. This situation shows me that this relationship really depleted you. And it's almost like it taught you that you're only going to fill your tank up with stuff that makes you feel good and stuff that's in balance. Now, what is the inner dialogue here for the water signs? Thank you. The inner dialogue for the water signs is the Emperor. So that means that you're starting to call into question all of those authoritative masculine energies that we possess that help us with, like, you know, planning the future, being like the dad, you know, being the dad of yourself, like your own dad, sort of managing things in a very mental and passionate way, but in a very realistic way that says that you're a leader and that you will effect change, but on your own terms, right? It's a very strong Aries energy. So it's a very burning fire it's almost short-lived because of how fiery it is, right? It's like a bushfire. It burns hot and then it's gone. So it's like inspiration. It's a very it's the Queen of Wands, which is interesting. It's that masculine and feminine energy all wrapped up with Mars sort of being in charge here, where you're an authoritative force. It's you becoming your own father figure. Okay, so right now that's what's on your mind. What's on your mind is the stuff that dictates the management of your life. So yeah, you're really looking at grabbing the reins and doing this in your own way, in a way that you feel comfortable with, and a way that is very strong, very, very strong. Now, what is the external manifestation of that Emperor that you feel like on the inside? The external manifestation makes sense, is justice, because that's how the world sees you. The world sees you as being this judge that's trying to see what is right and what's wrong. Very Libra energy, where you're trying to determine black, white, right, wrong, balanced, unbalanced, in union, out of union. It's a very much a card of weighing things out and determining the justice of it. Who's at fault for what? Who's in the right? Who's to blame? It's allocating your judgment on things in a just way. And it's also a 9. Like, holy moly, you are really ending out a cycle. You are really ending out a cycle and stepping into something new. But first, it's like you want to assess it. You want to look at it like a judge would, to determine everyone's roles in how this all went down, right? It's very interesting to see that your inner manifestation is the Emperor and your outer manifestation is justice. So people see you as trying to do the right thing and trying to examine the right and the wrong. And then your inner voice is very similar with the Emperor, because you're really like that father figure for yourself right now. You're holding yourself accountable. You're looking at justice and people can see it. It's a very interesting place that you're at. It's beautiful because it's really like major arcana, right? Like you're setting yourself up with really strong archetypes here. Very strong archetypes, in addition to the King and Queen of Rods. So now, what are we worrying about and what are we wishing for? What are the water signs worrying about and what are the water signs wishing for? Thank you. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles is saying to you, it's time to be humble, gentle, reliable, and to develop the tasks of daily living. I was going to say alien living. That's not far off from the truth either, is it? But anyway, Knight of Pentacles in reverse would say that those are things that are difficult for you. So right now it's tricky for you to ground. It's tricky for you to develop the tasks of ordinary life, like getting up, having a shower, eating breakfast, feeding your pets or feeding your children, and then going to work or looking for work or whatever the day life is for you. It's challenging for you to be living your ordinary life right now. I would say that's fair because you're in a union that you know is going to cycle out. So being in a place where you're able to function normally day to day is tricky. And you might not be feeling very humble or gentle with yourself. And that's not going to help because your tank's already on empty, as we know, right? It's not really making you feel like it's on empty in the future, but you're in a situation where it's like you're having premonitions or you're having visions that you don't want to accept about this union, right? That's not all it looks like it is. There's stuff here that suggests that this union's not in balance. It's not the commitment you think it is. And it's like it hasn't appeared in the physical world yet to show you that, but you know it on an intuitive level that the cycle has to end, right? And so as a result, you might not be taking great care day to day to manage the day to day because how could you? My God, you've got lots on the go here mentally. You're the Emperor, you're Justice, you're the Queen of Cups, you've got the World card here, a 10 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, the day to day is, you want the day to day to be normal and you want to have a happy day to day and you want to have a healthy day to day where you maybe aren't sleeping regular hours right now, or maybe you're not eating very like you used to. Maybe you had very healthy eating habits and now you've sort of slid back a bit. You know, you need to develop those tasks, and then mentally you need to just be gentle with yourself, right? And realize that this is a difficult dynamic. If you're not going to be gentle with yourself, it doesn't look like anyone else is. So you need to be there for you. Okay. All right, water sign. What is the final outcome here for my water signs going through this union? That's not union, the union they want. The outcome for you is lovely. It's an Ace of Pentacles. So it's a brand new you. It's brand new. It's challenged though, right? You're feeling challenged, but it is going to be a brand new you. You just don't, it's almost like you're trying to connect the dots right now and you can't. But you know what the good news is? You don't have to connect the dots. You just have to focus on this change you're evolving into and to get back to being mindful about your day-to-day. The rest will fall into place. It's intense in your mind right now though, like with the Emperor on your mind, and your outer manifestation is Justice, and then the World card is also sort of like lingering here, and then you've got a 10 of Cups in reverse. So like things are action-packed right now. I think this lunar eclipse might free you from this situation and help you with that Ace of Pentacles to start the new identity process. Now I'm just going to get another deck of tarot cards here because I want to clarify that Ace of Pentacles in reverse to see, is this union, I think, you're going from a 2 to an Ace. So don't shoot the messenger, but I think this union is ending. Is the union ending? Can we get a message on that? Okay, we got a whole slew of cards. I'm going to put those back because I'm going to cut the deck actually. I'm just going to cut the deck. Okay. Is this union coming to an end? Well, that's up to you. I love when Spirit is so honest. That's up to you. You know you have to make a decision, but it's challenging. You've got the 8 of Swords in reverse, which suggests a very difficult decision that you don't know how to make, but you're going to make it because the Ace of Swords is following. So you will make this decision, but man, it's going to be tricky. Spirit's not telling us how this is going to go yet. All they're telling us, all the guidance you're getting is that this union, you have an intuition about this union, that it's not everything you think it is, and it's not as it appears. It's not the commitment that's going to take you forward. There's another union here. The Lovers with the King of Rods and the Queen of Rods. This is it. This is it. This union's not in balance, and you knew that going in somewhat. From the past, you realized that your efforts weren't yielding the results, the truth of your efforts. The truth of your efforts in this relationship were revealed to you already, okay? And you, it seems, can't wait to go into the unfamiliar in the future. Now, let's get some words of encouragement here for the water signs. Thank you. Oh, no, that didn't fall, just flipped. Let's see. What are the words of encouragement here for the water signs? Thank you. Yin, feminine energy. You need to focus on this feminine energy, which is very grounding, and we saw that tasks of everyday living come through with the Ace of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So that's sort of guiding you to say, take care of you, okay? Look at the self, connect with that feminine earth energy that says the physical body needs nourishment. You need nourishment. You need to connect to emotion. Your feminine energies are water and earth. So we need to connect to letting the emotions flow, having compassion, right? And also feeling the earth as security, the earth as sort of an alchemic bowl where you can manifest what you need. It's like you need to get out of your head and into the earth and your feelings. Right? Sorry, I'm giggling because could that be more vague as advice or what? But you need to tap into the more feminine energies, okay? You're a water sign already. So go there. Get into the path of the spirit through emotion, empathy, compassion. You can also access the path to yourself through the earth, which is where you're going to manifest things in the physical world that you need to move this new path of yours forward, right? So I'm going to leave it at that. But if this reading has resonated for you, water signs, and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm sending you lots of love and light for this lunar eclipse coming up on May the 26th. I hope you get a chance to observe it, and you will definitely feel its deep transformation effects, the deep transformative effects of this super full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and we'll see you again real soon for some more readings.